Once you've tied off all the thread, pulled it through the head and down through the needles, it's time to do a quick overall thread check of the machine. First thing you want to do is do a quick examination of all the thread, just a quick glance, and make sure you don't have any loose loops of thread at the base of the cones. These loops of thread can actually cause thread to just kind of get caught underneath the cones and result in unnecessary interruptions in sewing. So make sure that you don't have any slack there. If need be, you go ahead and pull that down from the through the needles. Now, also looking down at the machine, at the needles, make sure that you also have the thread docked adequately in the spring so that it doesn't come loose. And make sure that with the thread that all of them have a nice, smooth, consistent feel until you actually learn tension. Just make sure that none are really loose. And once that's smooth and consistent, like you've been doing, dock the thread into the thread holding spring. You don't want any slack thread through, so pull through any thread necessary to get rid of any loops along the thread path and do a quick feel check of the thread. Next thing is check your bobbin. So in this case, what we'll do is open the bobbin case door, pull out the bobbin, and in doing so, what we're going to do is look for the little latch, and that's on the 3 o'clock position of the bobbin case, and then once we pull and unhinge that out, then you can actually easily pull the bobbin case out for a quick check for tension and proper threading. So we'll reach through the 3 o'clock position here, and you can see that unhinged. That releases the locking tab, and pull the bobbin case slightly downwards to avoid hitting the keeper right here. And we have our bobbin case, and what you want to do is make sure, and threading the bobbin case, that removing it, do a quick check to make sure that the bobbin case is threaded in a way that when you pull, that this, looking from the back side, the bobbin is feeding clockwise. And also, and you can find this later in our lessons and also in class, you'll run the bobbin thread down through the slit, and underneath the curved strip of metal right here called the tension flap, so the bobbin can put the correct amount of tension, the bobbin case can put the correct amount of tension on the thread. And then finally run it underneath and behind the little loop, wire loop at the 12 o'clock position on the bobbin case. And make sure that you've got about 4 to 6 inches of thread hanging down, no more than that. And put it in exactly oriented like this, with the latch at the 3 o'clock position and your little loop at the 12 o'clock position. Put that back inside the rotary hook, which is what that's called, where it sits, and press until you feel it lock and hear it lock. And we've now got the machine properly threaded with a nice basic thread check, and we're almost there for going ahead and doing an initial test.